Aloha and welcome to West Maui. I'm Anita Marcy and this is my Saturday art session. Today I would like to talk with you about honesty, the art of honesty and speaking your truth. I want to share a little story with you, as I often like to do. These talks actually are generated by, of course, by my life and my life experiences, and sometimes something will come up and I'll think, you know what, I'd like to share that. So here we are. Unfortunately, right now I'm dealing with a residual issue from a hip replacement that I had over 3 years ago. Never saw that coming, but here we are. And I'm hoping to deal with it as soon as possible, but it's been going on for a while now. Anyway, I've been dealing with this, shall we call him a challenging person? He's a surgeon. I'm sure he's very, very good. And in fact, I'm counting on that. But the way it is right now is that we have been having trouble communicating together. And I'm the type of person that likes to ask a lot of questions. I don't just jump into things. I like to do my research and my homework and all that good stuff. So I was asking him a lot of questions, and it was very obvious to me that he was annoyed because I was asking him so many questions. Apparently his patients don't usually ask him questions. They just do whatever he says. But not me. Nope, I was the one asking all the questions. So all of a sudden during a conversation that we had this past Wednesday, it occurred to me that maybe I need to share with him why I needed to ask all the questions. And I did. I explained to him from my heart. I got very quiet and very heart-centered. And I said to him, you know, doctor, the reason I need to ask you all these questions is because I need to understand the why. Okay? I need to understand why. Why are we doing this? Why are we not doing this? What's really going on here? And I'm the type of person that needs the why. In fact, when I teach the why. Not only do I teach the what and the how, I also teach the why. And I think that's a really important thing. Maybe not to everyone, but it is to me. So I told him, I said, doctor, I need to know the why. And the reason I need to know the why is because I will not feel like I'm informed enough to make a good decision if I don't know as much as I can possibly know. And almost instantly, his energy changed, and he was suddenly very patient and very kind, and he explained everything to me, and I could feel that that was a huge shift for both of us. And it was much better from then on out, because I spoke my truth. And I've found over the years that truly is the best way to go in every situation. And what I found really works for me is to take a deep breath, become centered, become quiet inside, and speak from your heart. But not just from your heart. Speak from a place of peace. You know, you can also speak your truth in anger, but that's just never going to be a good thing. People are going to be much more receptive if you speak from a place of peace, and most especially a place of love. And in that particular moment, I was loving myself and respecting myself and explaining to him that that's what I needed, and explaining to him why I needed that. And like I said, it was just a wonderful reminder that we can all do that when we're in circumstances where things are just not working and we're butting heads with someone. Just stop for a moment and think about what's really going on there, and what do you really need? What do you really want to accomplish in that situation? And I found once you do that, it's so helpful. You just get going and you just start speaking from your truth, and then what happens? They hear you. They hear you in a much better and a much deeper way. So think about that next time you're in a situation where you're just not really getting anywhere and you're kind of butting heads with someone. It could be anyone. And then stop for a moment, take your deep breath in, and speak from your heart. And just ask for what you really need, because sometimes people don't know what we need or what we want. How can they, really, right? I mean, you can't read people's minds. Might be nice if we could, but maybe it wouldn't be so great after all. So I also wanted to share another story about many moons ago. I was married for about 20 years, and it was, it was difficult, obviously, or I'd still be married, but I was really terrified of leaving him and, sharing how I really felt with him. And I finally decided that the only way that I was going to change everything and anything was to be in my truth. And I finally got up the courage to tell him exactly how I felt. And I spoke my truth from my heart. And I kept myself very calm and very peaceful. He was a sort of a volatile man, so it was really important that I stayed calm and peaceful, and I did. And you know what? He was receptive. He heard me, and he responded, and we ended up having a very amicable divorce. And I believe that's because I spoke my truth from a place of peace and love. So think about that. That works for pretty much every situation as far as I can tell. So when you're coming from any kind of place of confusion or, just anxiety, any type of, disturbance, really, just take your moment and come from a place of peace and love. Vibration is really about everything, and I believe now that the reason that my marriage didn't last is because I grew spiritually and my ex-husband did not. And I think what happens naturally, and think about this for your own selves and your own lives with the people that you have in your world, what happens when one person grows and the other one doesn't, right? So the vibration shifts, and then all of a sudden you are not an energetic match. And by the laws of nature and the universe, what happens? Yeah, there has to be a break. Because when two energies are not a vibrational match, they don't stay. They don't stay together. I've been doing a lot of personal work in the last year especially, and a lot of relationships that men that I was dating and things just didn't work out because I was changing and they weren't changing. So when that happens, again, it's not your fault, it's not their fault, it just is. And we've talked about that too, just accepting what is. And that's one thing you can count on. When things are not a vibrational match, they're not going to stay. And even if you try to keep them, even if you want them to stay, they won't. You'll see. Pay attention to that. And I think you'll find that that is the absolute truth. Well, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday, and I wish you all the best. If you enjoyed my talk today, please check out my YouTube channel, Anita Marcy. There's lots and lots of other talks about the art of clarity and many other subjects. And please visit my website, which is anitatheartist.com, and follow me on Instagram, Anita Marcy. All right, well, I hope you guys again are having a wonderful Saturday, a great weekend, and I am sending you lots of love and light from West Maui. Aloha.